The umpires are walking out to the middle. It's the T20 World Cup semi-final between India and England. India have won the toss and they've decided to bat first. After 6 overs, India are cruising at 66 for 1. But hold on a second. The rain has started pouring down here in Mumbai and the players are walking off the field. Because if this rain doesn't stop, India could actually be knocked out of the World Cup without even finishing the match.
So, if you're wondering who qualifies and how the ICC actually decides the winner, well, that's exactly what we will be understanding. First rule, minimum overs. In a normal T20 international, just 5 overs game per team is enough to get a result. But in World Cup knockout matches, the rule is different. Each team must play at least 10 overs. The match duration can also be extended by 90 to 120 minutes in case of any interruptions before cut-off time. Second rule, the reserve day. If the match cannot reach the minimum overs criteria on the scheduled day, the game simply continues the reserve day. And importantly, play resumes exactly from where it stopped previously. So in our case, India would continue batting from 66 for 1 after 6 overs. But now you might be thinking, what happens if the match still can't be played, even on the reserve day? Well, that brings us to the third rule. The qualification is decided using the Super 8 standings. The team that finished higher in the table automatically qualifies to next round. And if both teams have the same number of points, then the deciding factor becomes net run rate. But that raises an interesting question. Why were these rules updated in the first place? Well, the goal is actually quite simple. It's to prioritize fairness, to reward teams that have performed consistently throughout the tournament, and to reduce the role of pure luck in knockout matches. So now let's look at what would actually happen in the current tournament if rain ended up washing out the second semi-final knockout match. India versus England. England would move on to the final as they finished with 6 points, ahead of India's 4 points. Let's take another interesting scenario. Let's say the final itself gets washed out. What happens then? If the final is New Zealand versus India, then India would become champions with higher points. And if it's New Zealand versus England, England would lift the trophy, again because of higher points. But here's the good news. According to weather forecasts, the chances of rain during the T20 World Cup knockout matches this year are less than 2%. Which means, hopefully the bat and ball will decide the champion, not the ICC rulebook. Thanks for watching and please do subscribe.